Not sure what to eat at this year's Flower and Garden Festival? Well, we have some suggestions for you as well as what to avoid. So we begin our eating adventure in Mexico, because I mean really, is there a better place to start? So Mexico's booth is called Jardín de Fiestas, and it has the tostada de cochinita, which is braised pork on a crispy corn tortilla and black beans topped with pickled onions, mango habanero relish, and oregano. So the tostada itself was very crispy, the meat was well seasoned, and I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but I actually really enjoyed this one. And so much so that we actually ate this twice, so that should tell you something. It was very, very delicious. Another item we had at the booth was the taco Vampiro. This is braised beef on a corn tortilla with crispy grilled Monterey Jack cheese and salsa ranchera. This taco actually had cheddar cheese melted on the outside of the corn tortilla, which made it for a really interesting flavor, and the corn that it came with was really, really delicious. Now the taco on its own I think needed a little more seasoning. It was good, but not as good as the tostada. And we could not leave the Mexico booth without trying the passion fruit margarita. This is corazon de agave blanco tequila, passion fruit puree, lime juice, nixta corn liqueur, and a hint of smoke with hibiscus flower salt rim. We actually made it around World Showcase twice, and we stopped at this booth twice, and we ordered the same drink twice. So that should tell you how highly recommended this is. It is sweet. It is not too sweet, overly sweet. It is just right, and the amount of liquor that's in here will definitely get the party started. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't been to World Showcase lately, they do have 2 gigantic tacos, just in case you didn't get enough of your taco fix in Mexico. Oh, and by the way, it looks like Elsa came out of hibernation because we found her at the Norway Pavilion. Next up is Magnolia Terrace at the American Adventure. At this booth we had the house-made Boudin 2 ways and the Crawfish Etouffee. Now the house-made Boudin basically is rice and sausage mixed together. We were not a fan of this. It was just kind of like a weird texture with the sausage with the rice mixed in. But we highly recommend the etouffee. This dish was not only seasoned to perfection, but it also had a really good level of spiciness to it. It will clear your allergies or sinuses, so just be aware if you're not a spicy fan, I would stay away from this one, but it is really, really delicious. I only wish they would have added a couple of more crawfish in there, but nonetheless, it is definitely one of our highest recommended items. So for the drink, we had the Bayou Cocktail, which is Bayou spiced rum, coconut rum, fruit punch, and Minute Maid orange juice. Just by the sound of it, it is a super sweet drink. However, you can taste the liquor, but once again, I would not recommend it if you're not into the sweet stuff. It is a little too sweet for my taste. Next up is Hanami, which is in Japan. This is known as the Frushi, which has strawberry, pineapple, and cantaloupe wrapped in sweet rice and pink soy wrap, served with whipped cream, drizzled berry sauce, and toasted coconut. Now, not being a cantaloupe person, I was not a fan of the cantaloupe in here, so it kind of damaged this a little for me. I know there's a lot of fans of Frushi out there, so if you're one of them, comment down below. But honestly, this is a little overrated. I've heard so many things about this. Had to try it, first time trying it. Not sure if I would do it again, but nonetheless, it was good if you like cantaloupe. So give it a shot, but it's not something I would recommend. Now, sticking with the Hanami booth is the soy glazed pork shank with truffled mashed potatoes, crispy lotus flower, garlic chips, and green onion. This was very delicious. It was fall off the bone, so the meat was very tender, so this one is definitely recommended. Next up is La Isla Fresca. Now this food booth is actually in no man's land. It's located between Morocco and France, so just be on the lookout. And we had the shrimp. This is the Sugar King shrimp skewer with steamed rice and coconut lime sauce. This was very good. Again, needed a little bit of salt. I would have loved for the rice to have been coconut rice rather than just a regular white rice. Other than that, I would recommend this dish. It was very delicious. So at the France Pavilion at the Fleur de Lis, we had probably the best two items of the day. So for our drink, we opted for the Very Raspberry, which is rosé wine with natural raspberry flavor. This was very good, smooth, tasty, and not too sweet. Just the way we like it. Perfect. As for my favorite item of the entire day and the entire event was the beignet. The Beignet Caramelise Fourré crème. Okay, I give up. Anyway, it is a caramelized beignet filled with vanilla cream and glazed with caramel fleur de sel. Not exactly sure what that is, but this was amazing. I wish I would have brought another one to take home. It is very light, not too sweet at all. Again, this is a recurring theme here, not too sweet. It is perfect. The caramelized sugar on top gave it a really interesting texture, very crunchy on the top, but very soft on the inside. The cream inside was not like a Boston cream. It was like a very light and airy cream, but it was amazing. This is my #1 highly recommended item. Alright guys, so for those of you that are highly anticipating the Ratatouille ride, I actually got an exclusive sneak peek behind the scenes. Well, never mind. It's actually just some cell phone footage that I was able to capture between the construction walls, and you can actually see the fountain. So that's pretty exciting, but if you want to see more, we actually rode the ride at Disneyland Paris, so we will link it up top and in the description below. Now on to the festival favorites, which unfortunately one of them was not our favorite. So not on our list of favorites was the fried green tomatoes. This had blue crab, fennel salad, remoulade, and smoked paprika oil. Again, next time we come here, we probably will bring a little salt packet with us because this was lacking in flavor, and the crab fennel salad was extremely fishy tasting, so I would not recommend this. What we do recommend though is the beef brisket and smoked pork belly slider. This has garlic sausage, chorizo, cheddar fondue, and a house-made pickle. I must say the bun on this one was a little stale, but the flavor was good nonetheless. Now one booth you cannot miss is the Honey Bistro. We had the local Wildflower Honey-Marcapone cheesecake with orange blossom honey whipped cream, whipped honey, caramelized honey, honeycomb, dehydrated honey, and fennel pollen meringue kisses. Whew, that was a mouthful. Even though we had made it around World Showcase already one time, we had to try this, and oh my gosh, it was right below the beignet. It was just amazing, very creamy. You do taste the honey, and on top it does have kind of like a little icing to it that has glitter, so it's also very Instagrammable. The flour is edible, although we didn't eat it, and you cannot miss trying it, even if it means that you take it home with you. So an activity that is exclusive to the Flower and Garden Festival is the Butterfly Garden. This was a really nice experience, just seeing the butterflies in their little natural habitat. They even have some cocoons that look like they're about ready to hatch or to be born. I can't remember what the term is. But it was really an awesome experience, and if you're afraid of butterflies landing on you or anything like that, there weren't that many butterflies in here so that you can feel overwhelmed. It is really a peaceful time in here, so bring the kids, and I know everybody will have a great time here. So everyone, we thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, comment, and of course subscribe, and make sure your notification bell is set to always so you never miss any of our travel adventures and helpful tips. And as always, happy and safe travels. Thanks for watching. Bye!